I'm Claire Ackers, Director of Adesse Search, and you're watching Tech Leaders. Today I'm with Mark Robinson, who is the Development Delivery Manager of StepChange Debt Charity. Mark, it's great to be with you today.
Cheers, thank you.
So could you start by giving us an overview of what you do and your background, if you would?
Sure. I'm Development Delivery Manager, as you mentioned. I've been working at the charity for just short of 11 years now.
Wow.
And what I do is manage the development delivery team, which consists of 3 functions. So there's developers in there, there's environment engineers, and now there's a change manager in there as well. And it's all about delivering our applications to live and being self-contained in managing that as well.
And how many direct reports have you got?
It's circa 30 at the moment. It's just changing up and down because we've just got new functions into our team, so it's increasing.
Okay. And tell me about StepChange as a company.
StepChange has been just come up to its 25th birthday, and it has grown massively since it first formed. So it was in 1993 at its first Leeds office, and there was about a dozen people who worked there. When I joined, I first worked there as a contractor, and that was around 2001, and I think there were 2 or 3 people in IT. I worked there for circa 3 or 4 years, then I left and missed the charity and went back as a permanent employee. But now there's around 80 people in our IT department, and it's just getting bigger and better all the time.
And that's all in Leeds, isn't it, the IT?
All based in Leeds, yeah. All on the floor, but we're just creaking the edges. Maybe need more space soon.
Fair enough. And tell me about the most exciting or challenging project that you're working on at the moment.
Rather than a project, it's just change in general. So we're about to go through, we've started on transformation, where we're looking to unify our processes and our applications and making the charity more effective at providing the service it wants to do for the clients. So we've got that, but also we're very ambitious, and in our own department we're looking to be better and bigger at all times. So we look at continuous improvement. So our team's getting bigger, we're looking to unify our functions, and we're looking to be more mature in what we do and just constantly look to fine-tune or improve everything that we do. So at the moment, with the new change manager in the team and the environment engineers and the existing development team, we're trying to ensure that we all progress and we get better, but also stay unified as a team. So it's about balancing the focus on each of those, making sure we can always progress what to do, ensuring that people are empowered to deliver what they need to do, but making sure that we're also focusing on the transformation as well. So it's continuous improvement in every area possible, because we're ambitious, but not overstretching ourselves so that we're making mistakes. Our driver is helping clients. That's what we do. We're not trying to make a profit. The decisions that we make are all in the best interest. So we're professionally run, but everything we focus on in our hearts is all about the clients. And one of the things in terms of the interviews when candidates come, one of the biggest surprises when we say this is our IT structure, and they're surprised by the size of our department and the maturity of that as well.
I mean, it's a great office. I love walking through. You've got everybody there on the same floor, haven't you? And one of the great things about StepChange is if you need a decision, you can get up and actually go and talk to the head of IT.
Yes, it's Joe, the head of IT's door is always open for everyone on the floor. But what we always try and do is we have a lessons learned process. It used to be called lessons logged because it didn't have the attention that it should have done. But in the last few years, we've been focusing on driving that. And one of the lessons is. And this is kind of the parent lesson that we've taken out. There's 3. One of them is collaboration by default. We find that when people are working in isolation, they don't have the support that they warrant or may need, and the collaboration showing that we're making sound decisions as a group, as a team, and we're unified in that as well.
Okay.
What we want to do is we want to help more people. It's as simple as that. As a charity, we provide a brilliant service, but we could do more. So it's about the unifying of our processes and our systems. So the 3 things we're looking at is the client. We want to provide a better and more effective service for them. For our colleagues, everyone's passionate about helping the clients, so it's about enabling them to help the clients and making it as easy as possible for them. And for the creditors, we want to give them visibility of the client's journey as well. There's 2 reasons for that. Is one, that they can see that there's progression and the client has got that support, and they know that we're supporting and representing them, so they won't engage with the clients. But secondly, that they've got to function as a business as well, so they can get the stats that they need and the information they need to be able to function as well.
Okay. What are some of the challenges you're facing at the moment?
The challenges is change. There's a lot of change at the moment, and it's, again, going back to that, it's balancing those different changes in order to achieve what we want to do. So prioritising what we do at the moment is the big challenge. So ensuring that we've got the right focus on everything at the right time.
And by we, do you mean prioritising your time and trying to manage your time?
A little bit. My job is to ensure people are happy and enable them to do what they need to do. And if people are happy, they're effective.
Yeah.
So yes, I may need to be there to provide direction for people or to set objectives, but some of our great successes are nothing to do with what I've personally done, it's what the team's done. So I'm a massive believer in trusting and empowering people. And by doing that and setting people or giving them the opportunity to demonstrate what they can do, is we just achieve so many great things. And this goes for every single person in the team. So at the moment, the junior guys are defining their own dashboard, which they presented to the team only this morning. This is above and beyond their day job, and there's so many opportunities in which we've got with this tool now that the team are intrigued and eager to come and support and to provide direction of where that can go. We've got the change manager redefining the process and looking at opportunities to improve in that. And this year we've had the lead developers looking at our strategy for front-end development and for continuous integration and continuous delivery as well. So everyone's just pushing in, and I'm fortunate enough to have a team that can do that as well.
And I know that's something that you're really good at StepChange, is listening to people's ideas.
Yes.
And empowering them to take ownership of what they do and make a difference in every sense of the word.
Yeah, everyone is good at what they do, and everyone becomes more mature in what they do. And I used to code, but when I use that term around my guys, they cringe. They refer to me as my best tool at the moment is Excel, because that's what I do. My job is about people, it's about delivery. Theirs is their discipline, so it's either development or managing change or doing releases to environments and being an engineer and that. So they are experts in their own discipline. I just need to listen to what they need to achieve. We create a strategy together, and I try to enable them to achieve what they're capable of doing.
Okay. What about any lessons that you've learned during this challenging period of transformation?
The lessons that we're learning is that we need to, it's something we've always done, but it's about listening. It's about understanding what people need to get out of it. And what I mean by that is change is difficult, and change is good, but it's always difficult because people can perceive it to be a threat.
Yeah.
And what we need to do is that make sure that people are bought into what we're doing as well. And there's two things. There's a book that I've been reading recently called Think, which is a great book, and it's got this concept of you've got the elephant and the rider. The rider needs to have a clear direction and know where they need to go and direct them to do that. But the elephant is the heart and it's the emotion, and it needs to want to do that as well, because really that's the vehicle that's going to be driving you, going, following the direction that it's given as well. And it kind of relates to buy-in from the heart and mind. So through change, I need to understand what people feel about this change, what they're going to get out of it. So present opportunities for how they're going to win, and also give them a direction to how they can achieve their objectives as well.
Okay. Is there anything that you can think of particularly that you've done to identify your elephants, or?
In regards to...
You mentioned the theory of the book that you've read.
Yes.
How have you put that into practice?
So it's about understanding how people are feeling. So we listen, we understand how people feel about this change. So recently, with the team getting bigger, there was a risk of me becoming disconnected with the rest of the team. So this was realised, And it was realised through the team having the confidence to come and say that, so we feel disconnected, and then what we're able to do is to remedy that. I have an open door policy, and I encourage everyone to come and say how they feel so that we can work together to progress that. So what we do now is we have a bi-monthly meeting with everyone in our development delivery team that comes together, and we ask people at the start of each one to take a temperature check. How do you feel? And it's either good, it's bad, or it's meh. And they take a question, one word, how do you feel about our team at the moment? And they come and stick that on. And we've changed.
And is that from an approved list of words? Or can they pick any word?
Any word they like. They may be censored afterwards, but the general gist will be there. But it's about understanding how the team feels. So the specific words are not the relevant thing, it's about how they feel. So it might feel that they need more leadership, it might feel they need more direction. They may be frustrated, and we can delve into those. So it's about grouping those and understanding how it feels. And
so there's common themes?
There's common themes in each session, and it varies as well depending on what we're doing, where we're doing, what projects we've got on, or recent decisions that may have been made.
That's interesting.
And we've just done our last one this morning, and what is really good is by taking this temperature, and it's all credit to the team. In March, it was less positive than it was now, and then we took every 2 months we take that temperature and we capture what the frustrations are, and then we put actions in place to remedy those. So we pull those out and say, what do we do as a team? And now we're in a situation where this morning there was one negative comment, one person feeling less positive, and then all the rest was okay and feeling good. They identify what we need to work on. We, as a team, work out how we can address that, and then we put things in place to address that as a team. Because people are more effective when they're happy, they're more effective when they're buying in. It's about working and functioning as a team going forward as a team as well.
And feeling that the issues are being listened to and dealt with.
Yes, definitely. That's one of the things you must listen. It's not difficult to appear to listen, but it is difficult to listen and to understand and to capture what they think and what they feel, and being able to understand that and change that into something that you can progress.
Okay. That leads us on quite nicely to our next topic, which is challenges around retaining staff.
Yes.
Do your guys get targeted frequently? Or?
Frequently, yes. And there's
what sort of methods?
LinkedIn. There's a lot that comes through LinkedIn. They can reach out to people and get within contact instantly. There's email, there's former agencies we work for, preferred suppliers, they're contacting our guys, and then there's phone calls as well. And obviously there's people always keeping an eye on the market, seeing they're going to they reach out to agencies as well. So there are, in Leeds, there's a massive demand for tech. People
it's very competitive, isn't it?
Yes. And it's difficult. But what we must do is look at why do people work for the charity, and hook into those things, because there's a lot of people who work there over 5 years, there's some over 10 years, and that's a commitment, a significant commitment of your professional careers. But even the people who are joining us, why do you choose to work here? And what are the things that we could improve and make better? And that's what we try and listen to as well. We're trying to pull those things out. So we've done a number of initiatives recently with the market being so buoyant and with that being such a significant threat. We've got a number of activities to try and address that and reduce the probability of someone wanting to leave as well.
Yeah, no, that's really important, and it's something that it is common in a lot of clients that we work with at Adesse, is that it would be very easy and tempting to keep on pushing at basic salaries, but you've chosen a slightly different way, haven't you, to address people's loyalty, I suppose, and make sure that they are happy and want to stay.
Yes, definitely.
What can you tell us about those?
Well, naturally, the default approach is the salaries, and can we do that? And we're like, no, we can't. We can't compete with that, and we must ensure that we are using the money that the charity generates to provide that for the best service for the client as well. So we pay competitive wages, but we focus. We've got a massive asset, and we share that. We say, at the end of the day, you go home feeling good. You go home feeling as though you've done something good for society. You've not gone home and lined someone else's pockets. the decisions we make are all about doing the right thing for the client. So that's a massive pull for some people.
Yeah.
In terms of the others, we look what matters to them. So 2 initiatives we've done. It came off the back of something we were trying, and basically we said, would you like to increase your hours? Because we only have a 35-hour working week, which is a big pull.
And it's a genuine 35-hour week as well,
yes.
isn't it? A lot of companies say, oh, we work 35 hours, but in reality it's 40, 45.
Yes, it's
Whereas you tell people to go home, don't you?
It definitely is. It's like the Mary Celeste. After 5, that's fine, I'm joking. Everyone works their different shift patterns and stuff like that. But
yeah.
we said we can potentially offer more money by increasing hours to 40. So wouldn't you like the choice of working 40 hours and earning more money? And the response was, not really, no, I'd rather do this, or I'd have the choice of doing that. So we put in a trial recently, and we've only just shared it back with the team. We've got some results, but we haven't come to a conclusion yet. But the 2 initiatives we did is we looked at doing overtime at the team's discretion, and also choosing their own shift pattern as well. So we put 4 people in the overtime, they was given a budget, we did a burn down chart, and they had the option of working up to 40 hours every single week if they chose to do that. There was no expectation or demand on them doing that. They chose the hours they worked from 35 to 40. The second initiative that we did was your team work out what days you want to work. You could do a 4-day condensed week, you could do a 9-day fortnight, you could do a 4.5-day week. And what works for you as a team, work out how you cover our business demands, and the overall protection of that is we must not negatively impact BAU. And the kind of conclusion we've got is that there was 2 things. We like to make it a better place to work, make it better for the people who work there, but we must also, the other objective, ensure we don't negatively impact BAU.
Of course.
When we've assessed BAU, the conclusion was that there's been no impact whatsoever.
That's amazing.
It was strange. We were fearful of the amount of admin it'd have to create, how we'd have to react and manage this, but...
Yeah, you don't need any more admin, do you?
No, it was a serious threat, and the team, because they're so committed to their discipline, because there's such a strong team ethic, because they work through each other, they didn't try, and they didn't need to try. So examples of someone wasn't in one day, well, it waited till the next day, the week delivery was still the same, they achieved that. There were 3 people wanting to go on a course on a specific day, the other team member just cancelled their non-working day that week so they could accommodate that. So the team have managed this themselves, there's been no admin, it's basically they care about what they do, they know what they need to do, and they choose to do that as a team.
It's fantastic, it's really, really good.
It is, and that's the thing, it makes you step back at them and say, they have achieved this, and through nothing else other than their own commitments.
That's brilliant. Well, that's about all we've got time for today. It's been absolutely fascinating talking to you, Mark, and thank you for being the first person on Adesse's new couch, and look forward to speaking with you again soon.
Cool, cheers, thank you.
Thank you.